Time for another FGC on NPC game theory video. I'm actually kind of out of breath. I actually am getting a cough again after COVID. I don't know. I haven't played this game in a couple of months, but we were talking recently about, macroing in video games and everything like that and execution. So let's see how bad my execution is, right? The controller stopped working. What the fuck is going on? Can I move? Not a good start. Not a good start, dude. Okay, timeout, wait. Controller settings. Remember, this is a no cheating zone. We don't cheat. Get rid of that shit. Okay, let's see. My fucking controller. Did you see that? What the fuck is going? Well, if you want to know why I stopped playing fucking online. Jesus. Can we try this again? What the fuck? Do you realize people don't get the quality of controllers that I play on? Jesus Christ. Oh my god, that is bad. Oh man. And each time I was doing a different button for the FRC there. Ah, fuck. Jesus! On a broken controller. And you saw it's broken. What the fuck? God damn, that is pathetic. Again, controller settings. Nothing is like this. Let's see if I can do the impossible combo. Just for shits and giggles. Let's see if I can do the impossible combo. Wow, that's fucking sad. Can Well, fuck me, first time I got it. But again, the controller is less than adequate, right? And I didn't macro. As you notice, I did not macro for any of that. And I can't believe that's awesome that the controller literally fucked up while we were doing this. That's great, because I'm sure some people try to say, oh, Clayton hasn't really played on duct taped controllers or anything like that. So I'm actually glad that the controller just completely fucked up while we were playing. But this conversation was because I made that idea that, back in the day, macros and all this kind of stuff were because they were a courtesy to a pad player, right? Because if we were to look at the controllers, let's see, hopefully it's showing. If we were to look at like this, 4 buttons on the top compared to 6 buttons right here, whatever, for Street Fighter, you might think like, well, fuck, if I'm doing this, it's harder to hit 3 buttons, right? It's harder to hit 3 buttons. But then you take into account as well, there are also people complaining, oh, there's too many buttons in Street Fighter, right? There's too many buttons in Street Fighter. So we took away the 6 buttons, right? But inevitably, to keep games progressing, if you're going to take away more buttons, now we need to have more multiple button pressing moves to make up for those 2 buttons that we took away. So then it's kind of interesting, and I always say this is such a great argument because people can't deny it or argue it. So you're telling me 6 buttons was too much. Sega Saturn controller, arcade stick, more realistic, it was too much. Too many buttons. But, so you took away those buttons, you put 4 buttons. But because you took away those 2 buttons, now we need more multiple button pressing moves. You then want to use macro buttons, or whatever button you're using for macroing, right? But you just said too many buttons were too much. Do you get what I'm saying? People will always find something to complain about. And the idea is, and I used this idea recently with, say, Karna's Revenge, because you have a character like Mizuguchi or something who has a 4-button move. It might be a once in a blue moon, random big blue DP, or a random big tiger bazooka, right? Once in a blue moon. Man, I swear, I have a little bit of a fucking cough. I might have to go back to get checked again. I'm getting a cough again. It's weird. But then you have moves like Zazzy and Jean, who they have just a 4-button special move, right? But when you make that one button, that is a move that you are consistently doing throughout the match. That is no longer a courtesy to the player, and that is becoming an exploit, right? Because that is a skill, just like a game like Guilty Gear or any of these other combo videos I've made. And the thing is, I don't even consider myself to have that good of execution. I don't consider myself that amazing execution-wise, to be honest with you. In the grand scheme of combo guys, I don't consider myself to be the best execution guy, right? I mean, I've had surgery on my hands and I'm still doing this shit, but calling a spade, I don't consider myself the best execution guy. I consider myself the most creative person ever, and I think I've proved that, right? No one has changed games, the perspective on games, and what is possible in video games like I have, right? But a game like Guilty Gear and all these other games, where it is such a fundamental thing, you are always doing this shit, right? You know what I mean? You are always doing this shit. You know what I mean? Being able to press these buttons all the time like that, that is a direct skill. This is not a once in a blue moon thing. This is no longer a courtesy. When you make these multiple button pressing things that easy that there is no potential possible idea to get a mistake, that takes away the skill of the game, right? Do you get what I'm saying? It's no longer a courtesy because all these intricate button pressings, you know, RCs, whatever, these are happening constantly throughout the match. This is a direct skill in the game, right? And it's even worse when you see people that do combo videos in macro. Fucking pathetic. Give me a break, right? So I always think that's a great argument. I use that argument of going from a courtesy to it's becoming an exploit. And it's even becoming an exploit in one sense because the people complained that there were too many buttons. Oh, there's too many. Imagine if Guilty Gear was a 6-button game. Maybe there just was an RC button or an FD button. I don't know where the fuck, you know what I mean? Just imagine, right? But you can't have 6 buttons because that's too much. Oh, wait a second, it's 4 buttons. Well, give me back those 2 buttons so now I can make them macro. Do you see the hypocrisy in that? Execution, whether you like it or not, is a part of video games, okay? I mean, look what I just did, right? I mean, Jesus Christ, I showed the controller is not even functioning that properly. I've had surgery on my hands. What is your excuse? Fuck, dude. That's crazy. I can't believe it did that. That's crazy. But I mean, I guess technically I have showed the button before doing that on stream or a video, but that's crazy that it literally got stuck like that. That's insane. Anyway, remember if you like the videos, like, sub, silly, comment, share, support the channel if you will. I appreciate it. Thanks.